A small but growing number of schools around the country are shutting their doors to try to stem the spread of the coronavirus. That includes a number of colleges and universities. It is just a fraction of public, elementary, and high schools. But so far, more than 620 schools have closed or are scheduled to close, affecting more than 430,000 students. Washington State was the early epicenter in the U.S., and John Yang has a look at one of the school districts there that has decided to take this step.
The North Shore School District, north of Seattle in Washington State, has shifted all its classes for its more than 23,500 students from brick and mortar classrooms to the internet for at least 2 weeks. Michelle Reed is the superintendent of the North Shore School District. She joins us from Seattle. Superintendent Reed, thanks so much for being with us. In your letter to parents explaining this decision, you said that we are no longer able to provide quality instruction and maintain an environment that is safe for our staff and students to learn. What led you to that conclusion?
Well, there were several issues. North Shore is uniquely situated with 2 counties and 3 cities. And within our 2 counties, we have the highest number of coronavirus identified cases and deaths in the United States. We also had a significant number of staff that met the 4 criteria for at risk. So I really could no longer safely open and operate school without quality staff supporting the educational process in a brick and mortar campus. We also had escalating absentee rates up to 20% just prior to us making the decision to transition school from the classroom to the cloud. It's our first day. We were only at 500 students not able to log in. Therefore, we actually are at a 2% absence rate.
How does this actually work? Students log in on their computers at home, and what happens?
So it's an online platform we're utilizing, so we actually have a daily schedule for students, and there are times that they log in for classes and their discussion boards, and the teachers have been working really hard, and our support professionals, to provide lessons and content that is sent in some cases by video and others by attached documents and discussion boards, so that we're able to maintain our North Shore quality of education during this health crisis.
Was there an issue with students who didn't have a computer or didn't have internet service at home?
Absolutely. We are a district that has a lot of resources that not all communities and districts have. We've received approximately 4,000 requests for computer devices and about 300 requests for mobile hotspots, which we've been able to meet. And I also think it underscores a broader national conversation about equity and access to technology and the internet, and students' access dependent still on their zip code in this country. So hopefully when this health crisis passes, it's a conversation we can take up in earnest.
In your letter to the parents, you also said that education is a service, it is not a place. But there are certain things that are provided at that place, that the service is usually provided. For instance, I know that 15% of your students qualify for free or reduced lunches. You obviously have students who have special needs. And there are certain families that have childcare issues during the day for younger students in particular. What happens, or what are you doing about those students?
Well, so let me be clear that overriding all of those concerns are the health and safety of our students and staff and our ability to slow the spread of this coronavirus, whereas social distancing has been the recommendation #1 for us. Having said that, we have gotten a team together and we are providing food today to those students who have asked for food. We're doing it at 4 brick and mortar sites and also delivering to 16 remote school sites. So all students and families who want or need food or rely on the schools for food are able to procure food. The same with childcare. We're going to be supporting community sites for childcare for those families who require it, as long as we can maintain that in a healthy and safe way. So we're trying to continue to provide those services while we take care of our professional educators and support staff and students by keeping them safe with a social distancing plan.
You said that this is initially going to be for 2 weeks. At the end of the 2 weeks, how do you decide whether to go back to the brick and mortar classroom?
We're going to be evaluating that on a day-to-day basis. We'll continue to look at our data and the fact pattern locally and nationally, and we'll make those decisions as they come. Our ability to move from classroom to cloud and back is going to enable us to continue to be nimble in our decision-making, and we're providing parents, daily communication as well as students.
Michelle Reed, Superintendent of the North Shore School District in Washington State. Thank you very much.
Thank you.